Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Louisville Slugger Field here in Louisville, Kentucky. My name is Jim Womble, and I'm joined tonight by Dalton Main. Dalton, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing tonight, Jim?
I'm doing tremendous. I just really hope this weather is, if you can see on the screen in front of you, it's a little cloudy. There has been some rain, a little bit of damp. The players are now walking out onto the field.
Hopefully the only thunder we hear is from these big bourbon barrel drums in the Coopers section.
And they make a surprising amount of noise for so far away from us. This is an incredible atmosphere tonight, even with all this weather concern. But as I've said, tonight's matchup is Louisville City FC versus the Tulsa Roughnecks. This should be a good one tonight, eh, Dalton?
It should be a good one. This is important for Louisville City because it's the first time they're going to play a Western Conference opponent. They're only going to have two opponents from the Western Conference this season, and so this is their first litmus test for how they're going to do against the Western Conference.
And of course, Louisville City coming into this one, their last game against Pittsburgh, where Kadeem Dakers scored a hero goal to finish that game 1-1. Louisville City's trend right now is 3 draws in a row, and of course they opened the season with that win against St. Louis. And for Tulsa, their form, they won their most recent game 4-3 in an absolute thriller against Seattle Sounders 2. But so far in the season, that's their only win. They've got 2 losses and a draw.
And Seattle is sitting at the top of the Western Conference right now. They have struggled on the road a little bit. They've only won at home. So, hard to tell what's going on and what the dynamic is in the Western Conference with Tulsa coming into that match. But, we'll see how they do this time. This is going to be the first of 2 matchups between Louisville City and Tulsa. So,
and I'm going to go real quickly through the lineup. For Louisville City, we've got Goodwin in goal, Burke, Shanowski, Morad, West, the usual suspects in back. And in the midfield, we've got Guzman, Adams, Dakers, Rasmussen, McCabe, and Fondy at the top in the lone striker position and also captain of the team. And for the Tulsa Roughnecks, we've got Lubin in goal, Brewster in the back, Venter, Price, and Deveron filling out the back line. And in the midfield, we've got Bond, Galbraith, Knapp, Bardsley, and Miller. And up top, we've got Cordero and Ochoa. Now, real quickly, if you had to say, what are a couple players to watch for both teams here?
Well, I think out of Tulsa, we're definitely going to keep our eye on Gibson Bardsley. It's number 7. He is tied for the 6th most shots taken per game. He's taken about 3 shots per game. He made USL Team of the Week in Week 2, so, that's going to be your guy to look for to be taking those shots from the midfield. On Louisville City's side, obviously the player that has been the player to watch all season so far is Matt Fondy. He has yet to get on the score sheet in the regular season, but he put 5 on the board in the preseason, so he's definitely a goal-scoring threat. He draws in the defenders. The defenders are sticking to him, and that leaves some of the midfielders open, and that's where the goals have come from so far this season for
and
Louisville.
Matt Fondy actually leads Louisville City on shots on goal this season with 3, but as you mentioned, he has yet to find the back of the net. He did have an opportunity in the last game against Pittsburgh. He had a penalty. He missed it with a tremendous save by the keeper. It rebounded, came back to him, and then another even more incredible save, and he was unable to convert on his first goal of the season. So that was another.
That penalty, it was well taken. He put it in the lower left corner. The goalie just guessed right. He got there. What was impressive about that was the way Fondy got his left foot to it and absolutely drilled it right back on target. It would have gone in, but that was the more impressive save. Was the goalie getting his hand up there, getting in the way of that?
Absolutely, it was magnificent. And of course, Coach O'Connor said earlier this season, the Louisville City's recent trend right now, they've gone into the game in the first half with the lead, but have given it back even in the second half and have yet to come away with 3 points really in situations where they probably should have.
Mm-hmm. And last game against Pittsburgh, that was the first time that they had trailed in a match, and so they spent most of the match down after I think sometime in the 30th minute around there. And they were down for most of the game, but they were able to scrape back. They had a lot of chances that they just couldn't capitalize on. But Dakers was able to finally to pull 1 goal back and save a point on the road.
And of course, Dakers now, he has a new hashtag, I believe it started by the 502 podcast, hashtag Kadeeming. It was added to the Urban Dictionary with the definition of waiting until the last minute to score or accomplish something. It has since been used by Louisville City FC fans when they see anything about Kadeem Dakers. So we'll wonder if there's going to be some Kadeeming tonight.
We're going to hope the weather Kadeems.
Yes,
We're going to hope it waits till the last minute
with that.
and goes somewhere else. It looks a little bit right now over the river. It looks like there might be some rain falling. Hopefully it stays on the other side of the river. Sorry, Indiana.
And of course, right now, obviously, the players are being announced over the PA system. We're probably moments away here from the national anthem. And when we get to that point, we will pause and let that national anthem carry on. And then it'll be almost time to kick off. And like you said earlier, hopefully the weather stays as is and doesn't get any worse.
The sky got real dark.
And we're going to go ahead and pause for that national anthem right now. And there we have it, folks. Welcome back into the broadcast. Again, I'm Jim Wamba alongside Dalton Main. And as you can see on your screens, it not only is it raining, it is hailing. You saw on the video screen the little ball boys running to safety. I don't really blame them. I don't know what that's doing. We're still kind of waiting word. We might temporarily pause game action, but it looks like we're going on as scheduled. I've been given the thumbs up by Amanda Duffy here and helping us out.
It was chaos out there for a moment.
It was pure utter
what's
chaos.
Most impressive is that young lady just kept on singing. I mean, you can't stop the national anthem for hail. I mean, even if a tornado came, I don't think she was going to stop.
I'm just in shock what happened. It went from looking fairly nice, obviously a little cool, a little cloudy, but literally in a matter of seconds, just hail. And as you can see on the screen right now, even the refs are having a little bit of a trouble kind of seeing the field as they're trying to cover their eyes. And I have honestly never seen this in my entire life.
Yeah, earlier in the week we heard from Louisville City FC the Louisville in 3 words. They said random weather changes. We're seeing it right now.
And unfortunately for Louisville City, all of the home games so far this season have yet to be perfect weather. The first game was a little bit cold, but the fan support was great for that one, over 6,000. The second game, it was supposed to rain, ended up staying out, worked out well, but it kept some people home. And then today, this is
and it looks like everybody has kind of pushed back up under the overhangs in the stands here. They all, as soon as it started hailing, they kind of ran for cover, but they haven't gone away yet. They're just under cover.
And as we're about to get set off, Louisville City in the home purple will be going from left to right from my point of view. And the Tulsa Roughnecks in the away orange will be coming this way. We're just a matter of moments here away from kickoff. Got McCabe and Fondy standing over it, waiting for the whistle. And there it is, and the game is on. Burke gets the ball early, sends it upfield. Tulsa deflects. Little battle in the midfield. Fondy with the ball. Gets it to McCabe. McCabe working some magic there. It gets dispossessed, but only as far as Murad. And there's the first whistle of the game. That'll go against Tulsa.
The question here is what kind of control are these players going to be able to have with the conditions the way they are? It just downpoured for a moment. Whether or not the rain continues, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of control they can keep.
And an opportunity there, nice cross into the box, but nicely done by Lubin to get that away. It's not out of danger quite yet. Bouncing around, falls back to Kadim. Kadim gets knocked over. Shinaski tries to send it back in. Excuse me, that was Rasmussen. Now Tulsa with an opportunity here on the near side. That was Bardsley switching fields. Louisville City, or excuse me, Tulsa working on the far side on the viewer screen. Again, that's the near side for me. And that'll go out for a goal kick.
They looked like they were going to counterattack quickly there, but they got tangled up right in the midfield, and so we'll see how they can spread the field and work. Obviously, this is a bit shorter of a field than they might be used to playing on.
Got Chinaski on the backside, sending it up, finding Fondi. Fondi getting pressured immediately. Again, Guzman working from the midfield. Nice little combination between Burke. Oh, a lovely move there. But that'll go safely into the Tulsa defense. That's West throwing it into Kadeem. Dacre sends it over, is dispossessed though, he gets it back. Now Kadeem sends it over to Burke. Burke sends it back into the box, but it's deflected by Tulsa and ultimately cleared. But Burke does well to win it back. A nice opportunity here, a shot on goal, but it is saved. Nice job by Lubin there.
Definitely coming out with some real good pressure. This is something that they struggled with throughout that Pittsburgh game. They tended to sit back a little bit. They relied a little bit on counterattacks and long balls, but this is good concentrated pressure, moving the ball through the midfield.
And that was some nice footwork there by Adams to get that opportunity off. A little back and forth here, but Goodwin will take this one. And again, you can actually see the hail on the artificial surface right there. Murad sending it upfield, looking for Kadeem and Fondi. That one is headed out of bounds, but Louisville City will maintain possession.
And we're getting some good noise from the crowd here. You know, as sparse as it is at the moment, they're making a good amount of noise.
And Rasmussen there, nice move. Followed by another nice move taken down in the box. No penalty foul there. And that's Price. There's a whistle there.
Looked like Rasmussen just came in late.
That's Bond, and there's the surface again, a little slippery. Players are going to have to get used to that, particularly with the change in weather. Now opportunity looking for Fondi, but unable to get it to him. But then Fondi does well to try and win it back, and that will go out of bounds for a Tulsa throw-in.
It's a little bit of that Matt never give up Fondi there that led to a Guzman goal back home at Rochester last week.
Oh, absolutely. It was phenomenal effort. And then Adams again, nice footwork there, getting some pressure. Sends it back to Burke to Guzman. Switching fields, but that'll be too far in front of West. Is it weird that I want Adam West to score just so I can call him Batman?
No. I think you can call him that anytime you want. I don't even think he needs to score to do that. I think we need to put the bat signal on this guy if you want him to score.
That would actually be pretty entertaining. Tulsa playing around with the ball in the third. Louisville City does well to clear that one. And again, another player down on the field.
A bit of a cluster of bodies there. I didn't see exactly what happened.
That foul will go against Tulsa, but that's Murad on the ground right now. Hopefully he'll be able to walk this one off, maybe get some magic spray. That always works. Shinaski working from the far side. Sending it back to Goodwin. Goodwin's getting a little bit of pressure. And he sends it over to Murad. Murad, an opportunity here for Tulsa, almost as a dangerous pass there back to Goodwin. Again, West does nicely, gets it to Kadeem. Kadeem working on the near side. He's got space. Makes a little move there. Again, holding on to the ball, doing well, waiting for support. Loses it, but then he's pushed over there, and that will go against Tulsa. It'll be a free kick here for Louisville City. Or excuse me, a throw-in.
A lot of players are losing their footing here on the surface. It looks like it's gotten real slick out there.
Well, the combination of the rain and the hail, you got to wonder what that is doing to the field. Because I have to believe that players are not used to playing in elements quite like this.
Well, I think the Louisville City players are certainly having to get used to it now that they've, they got out here in the preseason and were unable to get outside for a couple weeks.
An opportunity here by Tulsa, but West doing well, pressuring. Sends it into the box, but Shinoski clears this one, and that will go out for a corner kick.
That was a good look, but Tulsa just wasn't close enough to it. I think that was Bardsley right there in the front who looked like he wanted to make a move for it, but it was just too much space between him and the ball.
And this will be Bond to take the corner as he ties his shoe. Is that a missed opportunity there for Tulsa, but Adams finds Fondy deep downfield. He was all by himself. He was trying to corral it, heads it back, and Tulsa wins it back.
That ball was just a little bit behind Fondy. If it had been a little further ahead, he obviously would have been able to keep running with it, but that he had to come back for it.
Getting a foul on Guzman there. There's a lot of guys going down early.
You know, James O'Connor pointed to the size of Tulsa and said this is going to be a very physical game, and it certainly has been so far.
Again, this ball will go out for a Louisville City goal kick. Goodwin takes a short one, gets it to Murad. Murad gets it over to Rasmussen, who finds West on the near side. Loses it here. Tulsa with the opportunity now in the midfield. A nice little flick on there, but Murad does well initially to slow the attack down. As now they will switch fields, but will lose it. Is that a little too far for DeVaron? Again, the ball falls back to Guzman. Now Murad looking for West on the near side again. A poor pass there as he turns it over. But again, another poor pass there by Tulsa. As Adams now in the midfield working on a nice little combination passing there with Fondy. Looking for Kadeem. He's able to get to this one on the near side. Gets over to Adams again. Adams, a nice one-on-one move there. He's taken down, but no foul there.
Clean tackle. He just got stood up there.
Again, you gotta love the way Adams is attacking when he gets the ball. He is definitely looking to create havoc for the Tulsa defense.
Louisville City's attacking midfielders, they really like to go to work on the defenders. They like to get isolated, especially Kadeem out there on the wing. He likes to get isolated with a defender and get himself some space.
Now Kadeem, a nice cut back there as he's taking it into the box. Trying to get a cross in. It's deflected, goes to McCabe. McCabe sends a bender in, but a nice save by Lubin.
We've seen both teams get good possession from the back and they start to build, but they're losing it at midfield. The attacks are just kind of breaking up. So we'll see who can finally put one together and really move all the way through the midfield without giving up possession.
As West to throw that one into Rasmussen. Rasmussen does well, finds Adams now with an opportunity, takes the shot, but that is just a bit outside.
He had good space there. It was a good look at target. I just don't think he got the touch he wanted to on that.
They didn't quite get over that ball, and that's what causes that one to go skyrocketing over the net.
And I got to point out, the sky has lightened a little bit, and the crowds are starting to move down a little bit in toward the field.
And again, as you saw there, Adams, and you can see McCabe wanted that one as he was looking at Adams like, I was right here, man. I was right here waiting for you.
Sometimes you got to make that choice.
Again, Adams racing for this one. That one goes to DeVaron. Adams applying pressure. Again, a little slippage there, and both players almost falling down. Tulsa somehow able to maintain possession, but a nice turnover there by Rasmussen, and a lovely move there. Gets it over to Adams. He finds Burke again on the far side. Burke sends that one into the box, but Tulsa does well to clear it. But Louisville City will get the throw in here. Again, Adams sending that one in to trying to find Kadeem. Now Fondy with the ball, sort of. He's getting pressured by two. Somehow ends up with the ball. A little bit of magic there. Burke sends it into the box, takes a deflection. That should go out for a corner kick.
These wingers are getting good looks into the box. They're sending good balls in, but there's a lot of pressure, obviously, from these midfielders from Tulsa.
And both Adams and McCabe are walking over to this. So it might be a combination of either a short corner, as both of them are lined up. A little interesting there. Adams looks like he's going to be the one to take it. And he does, and he finds a header there. I believe that found Murad's head, but that goes just wide.
It was a good ball. It was a good link up. He got a good head on it. It just went a little too far out. You wonder if that's part of the rain, if it just slipped off the top of his head.
You have to think that does play some effect and does change the flight of the ball, even just coming off the boot. You can really hear the supporter section there banging on those drums. And little back and forth action here between Tulsa and Louisville City as it's just up in the air. Fondy wins and controls it, gets it over to Adams, to Burke. Burke with some time and space, gets it back to Adams. Louisville City will look to reset here as that's Rasmussen. He's got a little space here. They're leaving him in the midfield alone. Was trying to find Kadeem there, but Tulsa does well to win it back.
Louisville's definitely had the better of possession so far. We've seen them in Tulsa's half for a lot of the time.
As that's West there, was sending it back, takes a deflection to Kadeem. And a nice stab at it there, as that would have been looked like it was going to be a shot on goal for Dakers. Now Kadeem gets it back on the near side, sends it in. That ball's hit up into the air as West does well pressuring.
There's that height that O'Connor talked about where Bardsley just took out Kadeem there, shoulder to shoulder.
Tulsa with an opportunity here. He's only got Goodwin to beat. He sends it back into the middle of the box. But Louisville City with an excellent defensive effort there. But it's not quite over yet. The shot, and Goodwin with the save.
That was some great tracking back from Louisville City's defense there to cover that cross.
And then if you're Ochoa, you got to think, why not go ahead and take the shot on goal when you've only got Goodwin to beat? He's got to be kind of shaking his head there, as I believe he was looking for Cordero. But again, Louisville City doing a great job of getting back. As that's Price on the near side. Oh, he sends it in for Tulsa. West does well to deflect it. Almost finds Fondy. Fondy again pressuring Price here. And that'll end up being beneficiary for Louisville City as that falls back to Rasmussen. To Dakers, back to Rasmussen. A nice move there again, as Louisville City will look to reset as they switch fields. Now to the far side. Guzman tries to find a seam there.
Looked like Niall McCabe was kind of pulled down there a little bit, but again, you know, this is the rain. He may have just slipped there.
Oh, now an opportunity here. McCabe with the ball. Sends it to Fondy. Fondy back to McCabe to Dakers. Now Fondy with the ball, and they're going to reset.
Fondy plays so much of the field. He sits in that lone striker position, but that is not always where you're going to see him. He is back. He's on the wings a lot. He's just there when you need him.
And now the counter is on for Tulsa if he can get to the ball, and he does. Now he sends it into the box, but nicely done by West to clear that one. And now Guzman over to Fondy. Fondy's got time and space. He's got Adams on the far side. Fondy just taking it, not really getting pressure. He goes ahead and takes the shot, but it's deflected.
And that last attack for Tulsa was really led by Stephen Miller with that huge effort to keep that ball inside the touchline, to get a little bit of space and get that cross in. You wonder if they can keep that up, if they can keep connecting through the midfield to create more chances, because Louisville City has really dominated possession so far.
Now Murad sends it over to West. West sends it into the box, and it's deflected. Now McCabe and Guzman sending it all the way back to Shinoski, who sends it to Adams looking for Burke. But again, Tulsa doing well to stick their feet up and deflect some of these passes. As Tulsa now tried to take a shot there, but that went right off Murad's boot. Now Rasmussen sending it over to West. Tulsa does well to clear that. Become a fan of the USL on Facebook for exclusive league news and interactive content. That's Guzman now sending it over to the far side. Burke. He's got some space, sends it into the box looking for Dakers. But that Tulsa height doing well on the back line as Dakers was unable to get his head onto it.
You said it, Dakers just doesn't have the height to compete in that 50-50 header situation.
And now an opportunity here for Tulsa, getting pressured by Murad. Murad doing well. A nice move there, nice spin by Ochoa. He sends it into the box. Shinoski heads it down. Oh, a nice tackle there, but ouch. As I believe that is Guzman on the ground right now, as there was a little collision. Now some players are looking for a card.
It's certainly getting chippy after that. That was a crunching tackle there. He came in just a little bit late.
Ouch. And that was Guzman on the ground, as you can see in that replay, but my goodness.
That's where that 50-50 ball is creating a lot of very physical play. There's a lot of intensity out there. This is what we saw against Rochester with Louisville City. You know, we'll see how much they can keep it up.
Oh, Adams, a nice move there to kind of split the double team. It doesn't end for much as Shinoski now, again, kind of slipped there when he was tracking that ball. Now Rasmussen in the midfield finds Dakers. Dakers looking for Fondy, unable to get him. Now the Roughnecks working on the far side, getting pressured by Louisville City. And they'll reset here. Again, 21 minutes through, still 0-0 between Tulsa and Louisville City. But the good news is the weather has cleared up significantly.
You know, with the score line here, I talked to Dakers earlier this week at practice, and Kadeem said, you know, we're looking for 3 points out of this game. They've had 3 straight 1-1 draws. he basically just said, we're tired of it. We want to get 3 points here.
And that was an opportunity there. That was Ochoa doing nicely to get that ball into the box. But Louisville City will clear it here as West sends it upfield. Was looking for Fondy, but that ball was a little bit off target. Now Rasmussen on the ball in midfield. He's been playing well for Louisville City of late. Now Shinaski on the artificial surface. Working with Guzman. Tulsa pressuring here.
That Louisville City back line has done a great job, and you see how far up the pitch Brian Burke is making it there at that wingback position. He's attacking, he's getting the ball forward, and the back line is there to stop these attacks, but they're also moving up the pitch to create offense.
And that's been one of the strengths all season, and Kadeem now racing downfield. Still with the ball, Kadeem trying to get it to Adams. They're inside the box now. Adams takes the shot, but a nice defensive play there by Devrarin. But it falls back to Burke, who sends it to the box, and that's a goal for Matt Fondy. He has finally scored, and Matt Fondy, oh my goodness, what a beautiful cross by Burke there. And the Louisville City crowd is loving it right now.
Jim, we've been waiting all season for just that. He connected so cleanly on that header to put that in the back of the net, and that has got to feel really good for him.
And you got to think, not only is Matt Fondy psyched to get that one off his chest because he played so well in the preseason, leading Louisville City with 5 goals in the preseason alone, to finally get one in a regular season game, and what a, not a better way to do it right there, and a beautiful header. As again, you see there on the replay, Burke sends it into the box, and Fondy doing well to beat the keeper. And there was nothing Lubin could do there.
That's great link-up play. I know Burke and Fondy have known each other for a while, and that's got to be some of that communication, some of that chemistry that they have with this team.
And there's the purple smoke from the supporter section, the Louisville Coopers, that is. They're absolutely loving that one.
They're just glad that Fondy's hair played a part in that goal.
Absolutely. It had to be part of his head. Now Burke again on the far side. And Shinaski to Guzman, working again from their own end of the field. Being methodical here. As again, now in the 24th minute, Louisville City up 1-0 over Tulsa Roughnecks.
That's a really nice ball to space.
Oh, a nice move there again by McCabe, who finds Adams. Now Rasmussen just outside the box, takes the shot. Lubin with the save. It's not out of danger. Yes, McCabe again takes the shot. And Lubin with another magnificent save.
That's just clinical. That is some really good build-up play. And then Magnus Rasmussen getting some space, getting that nice floating shot off that kind of moves a little bit as it goes at the keeper. And that's the exact thing you want to get out of that, is if the keeper gets his hand on it, you want that rebound. And that was a great follow-up by Adams.
It was a beautiful hustle, too, there by, I believe that, it was McCabe on the rebound shot. Beautiful hustle there. As now Adams and McCabe both lining up here. Adams sends it into the box, as that will fall to Shinaski, as he's a big target on corners. Or excuse me, Rasmussen on the near side. Rasmussen splits the double team, gets it to Dacres. Dacres with a beautiful back heel, but Tulsa's able to win it back here.
Some nice link-up play there from Magnus Rasmussen to put it through the defender's legs, and then Kadeem to give him that back heel right back.
Now Guzman gets it over to Adams. Adams with an opportunity, takes the shot, and Louisville City is just firing shots at will right now.
They have not let up at all. I mean, they got, Fondy got that goal, and they want more. They want to keep putting points on the board here. As I was saying earlier, Dacres, they want that 3 points.
And again, that was Rasmussen with a beautiful shot there. And then the rebound, and there's McCabe, as you can see, racing into the box. But another beautiful save by Lubin. And he's been on a firing squad right now.
Zach Lubin is a strong goalkeeper, and we're seeing that right now. Those were 2 good saves to pick up right there to keep them out of the back of the net.
And he had 16 saves on the season coming into tonight's matchup. He is definitely adding to that tally tonight. And now an opportunity here for Tulsa. They're inside the box, taken down by Shinaski. Excellent slide tackle there, as Tulsa obviously wants the foul, but they will not get it. A beautiful play by Shinowski.
Referee immediately waved off that foul on Cordero, who was brought down, but it looked like he got the ball, and Cordero just got tangled up.
And sends in the box a header, but a beautiful save by Goodwin, and that was, I believe, Ochoa looking to get a net one in the back. Or maybe that was Bond, excuse me. I might have got my numbers mixed up there. No, that was Ochoa. I should have gone with my gut. There's a foul there. That'll go against Louisville City.
That was a nice grab from Scott Goodwin. I mean, obviously, it didn't challenge him too much. It was right into him, but, you know, he got his hands on it. He held on, especially with those slick conditions. He did good to hold on to that. He had a great game against Pittsburgh last weekend.
That's Tulsa again, working to try and get a shot on Goodwin. They've done well so far.
Let's see how much pressure Tulsa can apply here. They've had some good chances, but it hasn't been consistent. Now they want to go on the attack. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Opportunity here for Tulsa. So they're kind of holding on the ball. Sends it into the box. A nice dive. The flag was up, though, as Goodwin did well to get that ball. As the ref will not call offside, but that flag was up on the far side official.
Ochoa getting out ahead of it there. He had a nice step on the defense, but obviously it was one step too many.
And now this is Dakers. Sends it into the box. Nobody on the far post, as that could have been a chance there again for Louisville City. But they will stay on that half of the field as Louisville City wins the throw-in. Now on the far side, they'll reset. Gets it all the way back. Shinowski sends it in, looking for Fondy. Slightly off target there, as Tulsa now trying to get the counter going. But West will have none of it. As that's Murad trying to clear it. Field, no team winning possession right now. Tulsa will have it here. And there's a foul there.
A little bit of jersey grab there. If you see that jersey come away from his body, you're going to get that call every time.
As Tulsa getting some last-minute instructions from Irving on what to do here on this free kick. He sends it into the box. He's got a lot of targets. Goodwin comes off his line and punches it out. It's not quite out of danger yet for Louisville City. And that'll go in for a throw-in for Tulsa. And Burke does well to head that one. A nice little flick up by McCabe. As now Tulsa's kind of having to reset here. Oh, he sends it into the box. That was a dangerous ball right there, but that a little bit too far in front of Ochoa. That's Goodwin with the goal kick here.
You wonder at what point Ochoa is going to start capitalizing on these balls that they're sending up to him. He's got MLS experience. He's got Liga MX experience. You know, it's only a matter of time before he starts breaking out on those.
Yeah, he's definitely had some opportunities as Dakers now again with a chance here. Looking for McCabe. McCabe does well to get it, but he slips and loses this one out of bounds. Oh, nice little give and go there by Tulsa. I believe that was Bardsley doing well, trying to keep that inbound, but I think that will go out to a throw in for Louisville City. That was a nice give and go there, opportunity but for Tulsa. West looking for Dakers. Again, that Tulsa back line giving Dakers some problems on the 50-50 balls. Now this West racing upfield for it. Unable to reach it as Tulsa wins the ball back, and they immediately switch fields, but Louisville City gets the ball right back. Adams with the ball in the midfield. Again, he's been prone to some fancy footwork tonight. Now that's Shinoski on the far side. Gets it over to Guzman, who gets it to Murad. Up to West here, now on the near side of the field. Murad finds Rasmussen there. Rasmussen comes up there a little bit hobbled. I believe, excuse me, that might have been McCabe there. Coming up a little gimpy. Just over 30 minutes into this game, and Louisville City again up 1-0 off of a beautiful header by Fondy, and now a chance there as Adams does well to get that into the box, and that will go out for another corner kick here for Louisville City.
The wingers, Louisville City's wingers are still doing a great job getting space over there and getting crosses into the box.
And that's Adams stepping over the ball, and again that's McCabe going back there as well. So far Adams has actually taken all of these corner kicks. Adams sends it in, a nice high ball to the far post. Murad there, an opportunity, but a nice save there by Lubin.
It was good for Murad to stay with that. He kept the pressure on. He got to that ball, got something on target, worked the keeper, but just not enough. It was a little too far past the goal for him to really do much with it.
Tulsa working out of their own backfield. Now on the near side, getting towards midfield. That's Lubin inquiring his guys to go upfield. Now Tulsa working on the midfield on the far side. Nice little give and go here. As Burke is pressuring here, tries to win it. He does get his foot on the ball, but that will stay with Tulsa as it goes out of bounds. Tulsa working here on the far side again. Trying to send it in the box. Louisville City wins it back here as there's a little whistle there. Follow at USL on Twitter to become a league insider, join club conversations, and have a chance at exclusive giveaways. I believe there was a foul there as that's Goodwin taking the ball.
Guzman was held up just a little bit there as he tried to get some space there with the ball.
And we've got some stats here for you. The possession, Louisville City dominating right now, 56 to 44%.
And Louisville City's had 9 shots to Tulsa's 4. That really tells the tale of what kind of pressure Louisville City's been putting on. We've been in their half most of the time, so we'll see if Tulsa can turn that around. You know, they want to definitely change the momentum going into this halftime here.
As I mentioned earlier, Lubin came into the game with 16 saves. He's tallied 4 so far tonight. Now he's up to 20 on the season. And now the counter on here for Tulsa. He gets the ball, but gets not able to control it here as Goodwin lets that one go out of bounds. As that was Bardsley there trying to get an opportunity, but that ball, a poor touch, gets a little too far in front of him.
Yeah, Tulsa's attack is just getting a little bit stretched up there. They're sending those long balls, hoping Ochoa's going to get on the end of them, and they're just sending it a little too far and right into Goodwin.
Well, they're touching the final third so far. It's just one pass away from being perfect. As the line shot's got his flag up here, and I believe that will be for offside, if not mistaken.
Dean Dakers was just a step off. He had to come back to get that, but he came from an offside position.
As that's Brewster now on the near side, working with Ochoa. Excuse me, Price. Now looking for Ochoa, but Louisville City doing well to win the ball back here, as I believe that is offside again, as there's another flag here.
You know, I got to point out, in the first game against St. Louis, the St. Louligans came to town. They brought some drums. They sat near the supporter section, and at times they made a little bit more noise than the Louisville Coopers, but the Louisville supporter section has really rallied in the last 2 home games, and they've made a lot of noise. They've brought out their own drums, and they've really gotten it together here. I mean, as I was talking with some of them this morning, just like the Louisville City team has come together for the first time, as are they.
Oh, an opportunity here for Tulsa. He gets the shot off, goes right through Goodwin's legs, but Louisville City is somehow able to win that ball, and no goals conceded for this Louisville City defense.
That was a great play by Goodwin to go to ground there, to make himself wide, to stretch out there, put his feet in the way of the ball. He stopped it.
And again, that was Ochoa with a beautiful attempt here. And again, he kind of beats Goodwin, but it stays between his legs, and Murad is able to come out with that ball for Louisville City.
Real smart play for Goodwin to increase that surface area and cut down on the shots that Ochoa had there.
Now Shinowski and Burke working on the far side, trying to find Adams. Tulsa wins the ball here. Now at the midfield, they switch fields to the near side. I believe that's Price working on the near side. Nice little combination move there to beat Shinowski. Shinowski gets the ball back, as I'm pretty sure he was not happy to see that fancy footwork by Price there.
Yeah, Magnus Rasmussen did well to stay with him to catch back up after that little double scissor kick there to get away from him.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that was Rasmussen there. Thanks for the correction.
We're a little far away up here. It's hard to see even the numbers.
Now Fondy trying to get the ball here, pressuring Tulsa defense as they'll send that ball back. But Kadeem gets it here. And that goes right off Price and somehow stays in bounds, but Daker's able to get the ball here. Now sends it to Guzman, who finds McCabe. McCabe over to Adams. Excuse me, Burke. Burke now finding Adams. Adams trying to win it back, but Tulsa defense doing it nicely there to not allow him any space.
That was a great play by the defender to just body Adams off the ball, to get himself between Adams and the ball, and to keep him from making a play on that.
Now that's Price sending it back here. Goes to Brewster, who switches fields a little bit here. Again, nice little triangle there for Tulsa. Tulsa working from the midfield. A nice little chip there, finds Price. Price sends it into the box. A nice clearance there by Louisville City. As that was West on the clearance, I believe. A long, deep throw into the box, but West gets it. Daker's racing for it. He wins it. Only one man to beat. He gets him. Now up to Fondy. Fondy racing down the near side of the field. And a nice recovery play there by Brewster as he dispossesses Fondy, but that will go out for another corner kick.
Great tackle there by Ben Brewster to just get his foot in there, get it right on the ball, and clear the danger. And boy, was he at a dead sprint trying to catch up with Matt Fondy there. He was off to the races. We know a thing or two about horse races in this town, and that certainly was one.
And now McCabe with not much space here for the corner kick. Sends it into the box. Takes a couple deflections. Dakers was trying to go for almost like a magical bicycle kick there. It's taken down, and I believe that will be Louisville City on the foul.
Yeah, Dakers with just a wild kick there. He wanted to go for the big bicycle kick there, but you got too many people right there trying to make a play on the ball.
Again, now in the 40th minute, again, Louisville City up 1-0 over the Tulsa Roughnecks. It's been an excellent game so far. A lot of opportunities for both teams. Both goalies having to do a lot of work. As Lubin sends us deep downfield. Oh, a nice little layoff there by Tulsa. And that was Bardsley with a nice chester. I believe that's Dakers going to the ground, and there'll be another foul on Tulsa here.
And that was a nice tackle by Adam West to keep Tulsa's attack from really building up there. The back line for Louisville City has just been strong. I mean, they've been strong in every game, but they've been strong out there tonight. They gain possession, and then they work it back up through the midfield.
Now Guzman standing over the ball. He'll send that all the way back to Goodwin. Goodwin getting pressured. Does well to get that to Shinowski on the far side. Now that's Burke trying to nutmeg his defender. That'll go out of bounds for a Louisville City throw-in. Oh, now opportunity here. Adams racing down the field looking for Dakers. A little miscommunication there as Dakers cut into the middle, and Adams sent that one out to wide. As West steps in front of that ball there to win it back. Oh, two men down there as McCabe I believe that will go against McCabe there, as that was Bond going down to the ground.
Yeah, I don't think McCabe meant to do that, but he definitely got up under Bond right there.
Yeah, he definitely undercut him there. He didn't jump for the ball where Bond went straight up for the ball. Fortunately, both players come away unscathed.
They've been fortunate so far. We've seen a lot of players slip on the grass with these conditions. They're going down, but luckily they're all coming up.
And now on the near side, Tulsa having to send it back, kind of reset as they send it all the way back to Brewster on the near side. And now it's all the way back in their own side of the field as Lubin. Again, Tulsa trying to reset here, trying to get maybe one last good opportunity before the half ends. Because for Tulsa, that would be a great confidence boost to go into the locker room at tied 1 apiece. And it would be demoralizing for Louisville City to give up the lead.
Definitely, and that was some good link-up play there. They had good possession at the back, but then they just sent that ball over the midfield, trying to work it straight up to the forwards, and that's what they've got to try to build through that a little bit more.
Now Brewster, almost at the midfield, sends it into the box. He's unable to find his man. Excuse me, it looked like Tariq there, Murad. Kind of sheltered his man away from the ball.
It was a strong physical move, no call, shoulder to shoulder, but he definitely got in there and was physical on that defensive play.
Now Adams at the midfield, gets it over to Burke on the far side. Now back to Adams. Adams beats his man here. He's got some space. Now taken down, no call here, but Louisville City still maintains possession to Fondy. Fondy with the shot, and another excellent save by Lubin. My goodness.
And that was an excellent save by Lubin, because you got to imagine Fondy coming right out from behind those defenders and then just shooting the ball past him. Lubin probably couldn't have had his sights on that for very long.
And Lubin, other than giving up the goal, has played absolutely perfect, and there was nothing he could do for that goal that Fondy scored earlier. Is now Kadeem Dakers applying pressure. Nice little kind of back touch there, as that's Rasmussen applying some moves. Dakers sends it upfield, and that'll be a little too far in front of Fondy.
That's some good teamwork from Rasmussen and Dakers there to overwhelm that player, win it, and then work the ball up past the midfielders there.
As Louisville City doing well now to end Tulsa's chances here. As now that's Guzman. A little dangerous ball there as Tulsa wins it back, but somehow goes to Fondy. Fondy putting the moves on, gets it to Dakers. Dakers, lightning quick he is. Now that's Rasmussen switching it fields to the far side to Burke. Now that's Burke, nice pass there. Burke gets it back here on the far side. Almost loses it. Tries to send it in, that will go for a goal kick. As Burke kind of lost his step there.
He just lost it on that turf out there, right in that corner. They've got a little bit of turf down over there, and he couldn't quite get to it and get a good foot on it to keep it in.
We're in the 45th minute of play right now. We will let you know if there's any extra time added. And there is none, as there is the whistle. No stoppage time added. Wow. As Louisville City will go into the half up 1-0 over the Tulsa Roughnecks. And again, a beautiful half of soccer there.
Yeah, that was a dominating half by Louisville City. That's the kind of football that James O'Connor is looking for out of this team. Every time Tulsa put a little bit of pressure on, Louisville City's back line was there, and they worked it immediately back into Tulsa's half.
And that was Lubin, I believe, ending the half with, if I'm not mistaken, 5 saves for Lubin. Excellent job there. He did concede that one goal. But again, Matt Fondy, a beautiful strike there. We'll be right back with more from Slugger Field in Louisville, Kentucky. You've been watching live action of the USL Soccer exclusively on the Louisville City FC YouTube channel, produced by Turbo Sports Group.
City fans, Champions is your free post-game destination this season. More than 30 beers on tap, great food and free parking, and the biggest HD TVs in Louisville make Champions a spot to grab a beer with friends before Louisville City FC matches. Located downtown at the corner of 3rd and Jefferson, Champions, where Louisville does sports. Corners for Cancer, $25 will be donated for each Louisville City corner kick. $100 will be donated for each City FC goal scored directly from a corner kick by Caldwell Baker McMahon to benefit the Bean Foundation for Cancer Research. You can support Corners for Cancer and the Bean Foundation for Cancer Research at www.jimmybeanlouisville.org/corners. Disco Industries is a leading global supplier of high-density polyethylene plastic pipe, piping products and accessories, and pipe fusion equipment. Employee-owned, headquartered in Louisville with offices all over the world, including Australia, Canada, and South America. Disco is proud to be a sponsor of the Louisville City FC. Visit www.disco-pipe.com to learn how Disco provides total piping solutions to customers across the globe. Amador Tequila is the #1 selling 100% agave tequila. In Mexico, a proud sponsor of Louisville City FC. We invite each of you to join the celebration. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Brown Forman. Here in Louisville, Kentucky. Searching for a banking partner that's locally owned, offers quick response times, and provides the level of personalized service you expect? Look no further than your community bank, an official local partner of the Louisville City Football Club. Stop by one of our 16 Kentucky financial centers today, or visit us online at yourcommunitybank.com. Building relationships, committed to our customers, investing in your community. Your community bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Strengthen your game goals through specialized programs designed for your sport, position, and personal goals. Baptist Health Sports Medicine offers a variety of on- and off-season programs led by certified athletic trainers with all advanced degrees in sports medicine. Your unique program will focus on enhancing speed, agility, flexibility, and an appropriate nutrition plan. To see how our team can help your team, visit BaptistSportsMedKY.com. Baptist Health Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine team for the Louisville City Football Club. Humanity, headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky, is a leading health and well-being company focused on making it easy for people to achieve their best health with clinical excellence through coordinated care. The company's strategy integrates care delivery, the member experience, and clinical and consumer insights to encourage engagement, behavior change, proactive clinical outreach, and wellness for the millions of people we serve across the country. Louisville City would like to wish a special happy birthday to Sebastian Mata and Connor Johnson, who are both celebrating their special occasion with us tonight. Happy birthday. Louisville City fans, don't miss out on the next home game at Louisville Slugger Field on Tuesday, May 12th. Sure, Louisville City Football Club hosts the Wilmington Hammerheads. More information about tickets and pre-buys, please log on to LouisvilleCityFC.com.
And welcome back into Louisville Slugger Field here in Louisville, Kentucky. Again, I'm Jim Womble alongside Dalton Main tonight. And in case you missed it, you missed a great first half of soccer as Louisville City is up 1-0, now only a matter of moments away from the beginning of the second half. Again, that's Lubin there with one of his many saves on the day. That was that combination play between Rasmussen and McCabe as they both had excellent opportunities.
Lubin's been great this half, with the exception of the Fondy goal, which was just a great link-up.
And then there's an excellent shot there by Rasmussen, and then as you can see, McCabe was running in, and then here is the goal here. McCabe to Fondy with the beautiful goal as he beats Lubin. Nothing Lubin could do there. Lubin did play a tremendous half. That
cross from Burke to Fondy was just great. And Fondy had a little bit of space on his defender. The ball was right at his head. He just went up and he put it away. And that's what you'd expect out of Matt Fondy in that situation. Out of a proven goal scorer, he's going to put that away because the cross from Burke was just too good.
And as we're about to get this second half underway, Louisville City again in the home purple will be going from left to right on your screen, and the Tulsa Roughnecks in the orange will be going from right to left. Again, some stats there from the first half. Louisville City had 10 shots, 4 fouls, 3 saves, and 3 corners. And as we are now underway, again, now Tulsa with an opportunity here. Nice little combination moves there by Bardsley. A shot here takes a deflection, and Louisville City doing well to try and clear this one as Burke was guiding his man out of bounds, and Adams not happy with himself as Tulsa wins the throw in here. And he sends it into the box, trying to flick it up, appealing, asking for a handball. They will not get it as Goodwin gets the save there.
They just kind of stopped playing there. The ball sort of fell. They wanted the handball, and nobody really made a move for it. And they got one shot off, but obviously easy for Goodwin to collect.
And you got to think the coach has got to be wishing that this team went ahead and played and waited for the whistle as opposed to just assuming the whistle is coming. And now that's Stakers with the shot, but takes a deflection. Falls back to Rasmussen. He'll take his chance from distance, from way out, about second base. And that one will be just a bit outside.
From second base, oddly. I know exactly what you're talking about there.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Good marker from the field.
It's a beautiful marker.
Obviously, in soccer, second base is a bad place to take a shot from, and that was too far.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, though, the attempt. It was very ambitious, but it was miles off. As now Tulsa in the attacking third. As that's DeVaron He sends it in. There will be a foul here, as that was, I believe, Guzman going to get called, as that's number 10, Cordero, going down. But he gets up just fine on his own strength. And now standing over the ball. He sends it into the box. Had a whole line of men coming as Goodwin goes off of his line. But that ball goes out of bounds for a goal kick.
And actually, the side official here had his flag up too, calling that offsides. Either that or he was pointing to the goal kick.
And now that's Goodwin. Gonna take this goal kick here. Eventually. And Goodwin will send it downfield, trying to find Fondy. Now back to Adams, ball in the air. Nobody's quite won it yet. As now, I believe that goes off of Guzman for a Tulsa throw-in, and that's Dakers now on the ground, as you can see, in a little pain. I kind of missed what happened to him. And Louisville City cannot afford an injury here if he's at all injured. He looks more frustrated than anything else.
Well, this is the 4th time this season that Louisville City has led 1-0 at halftime. And what O'Connor said this week at practice is we're looking for the 90-minute performance. You know, are they going to keep their foot on the gas in the second half and put more points on the board? Or are they going to allow Tulsa to draw level here? Tulsa was showing some good possession there toward the end of the second half, but City was too strong for him.
And again, that's Dakers. So right now, Louisville City technically down to 10 men, as Daker is waiting to come back onto the field. And he's allowed back on, and now it's even 11. As that's Rasmussen there, takes a bad touch. Tulsa wins it here. Now the counter is on. But Louisville City doing an excellent job on the back line once again. And that's Dakers sending it back. Now Rasmussen on the ball on the far side. I'll look to switch fields here to Shinoski. Now back over to Burke on the near side. Burke sends it upfield. Is looking for McKay, but that ball will go out of bounds for a Tulsa throw-in.
You know, after that burst of hail during the national anthem, you know, the fans have really been rewarded with a nice night. It's a little on the chilly side, but everybody moved up under the covering. They stayed there, and it's really turned out to not be so bad.
And now an opportunity there for Tulsa, but Burke does well. Still not out of danger yet. Burke again falls back to Tulsa, sends it into the box, couple men there. And then Louisville City again, the defensive line is playing like a stone wall tonight. They're not letting much through. As there was a whistle there as Tulsa took the throw in for a little too quickly, I believe. Now he's pointing to the ref, pointing to the spot. And he'll rethrow this one. A lot of contact there as Guzman will be called for the foul as he took down Cordero. Guzman pleading his case. The ref will have none of it. Now this is Bond standing over the ball. He's taken most of the free kicks tonight. This one no different as he sends it into the box. Again, not quite the best free kick as it goes right out of bounds for a goal kick to Louisville City.
That's almost an exact replica of the free kick that they just had a minute or two ago, you know, from almost the same spot. They just sent it a little too far, a little too far past the goal. Goodwin able to just let it go out of play.
And now this is Burke and Rasmussen working on it. Burke gets the ball back here on the near side. And of course, all of Louisville City's goals that they've conceded this season have come on set pieces or a minute after each set piece. Now Fondy had a chance there as his man fell down, but he was unable to maintain the ball as Daker's trying to maintain the ball for Louisville City. He does on the artificial surface. Now that's West on the far side.
These are hard-fought 50-50 balls here in the midfield, but Louisville is coming up with most of them. Obviously there, that one went Tulsa's way.
Now Tulsa with the counter is on here. A nice little move there by Miller, but Burke doing nicely to dispossess him here as goes to Guzman. Now Louisville City looking to reset their offense. Now opportunity here, Fondy, he's got room and space, he finds Adams, Adams just outside the box, works his way, puts the move on, sends it back to Fondy. Fondy holding on to the ball. Now Adams back inside the box. He takes the shot, but it takes a deflection. Nice defense there by Tulsa.
That was some good patience from them there. Obviously, they want to keep attacking, but Fondy landed off to McCabe there, getting a better look at the goal than they might have had. And, they've maintained possession here with that rebound.
And now West on the far side sends it into the box, looking for Fondy, goes off his head. Heads it back to McCabe. Now a pseudo shot there. But that is easy work for Lubin, and he is just racking up the saves tonight. Now a battle for the ball at midfield. Tulsa wins it. They're flicking it on upfield, and that will be offside as Miller was a little bit too ambitious. And I did not know this early on, but it looks like he has a cast on his right arm there.
It does, you're right. On that last attack for Louisville City, it looked like, Kyle Venter and Irla Davrin really stuck to Matt Fondy there, which opened up those midfielders for a shot from just outside the box. And that's the power of Matt Fondy. He has that goal-scoring ability. He will attract those defenders.
And you got to think with him getting his first goal of the regular season for Louisville City, that Fondy's confidence is at all-time highs. Now Miller nutmegs Burke, but he loses. Oh, there will be a foul, and Burke is not happy with the call there. And Burke will get a yellow card here.
Yeah, I wonder if that yellow card was for the challenge or if it was for whatever he was saying emphatically to the official there.
Well, it looked like a nice friendly conversation between the ref and Burke, of course.
Singing in the rain.
Exactly. Or singing in the hail.
It might
more
be hailing
likely
again, yeah. It does look like the rain has started to fall again.
And again, here's that last play as Burke was guarding Miller, and Miller was racing upfield. But Burke does take him down there. That is a foul. It's a good call. And now we're back into the box as Tulsa took the ball quickly. Bobbled around now to Dakers. Dakers has got some space here. He's dispossessed by Tulsa as he almost beat his man there. And Adams with the tackle there. And there's a little bit of shoving there as the Tulsa players are not happy with that one there as Adams is just walking the side. And that is a straight red.
Wow.
And Adams and Louisville City will be down to 10 men for the rest of the half.
You got to think, I guess his studs were up there. He went in, he was very late. Definite yellow card on that one. I don't know, I'd have to see it again to wonder about that red there. But clearly the official is done with these late challenges, this physical play. He wants to get his handle on the game. And Louisville City down to 10 men now.
As we'll get another look at that one here, as that was Bond that was taken down by Adams. Now I would have given that one a yellow card. That's a questionable red in my book.
Definitely late, definitely a yellow card.
Absolutely.
I don't know that that's a red, but nonetheless, Louisville City again down to 10 men.
And this is the first time this season since the preseason when Louisville City played the University of Louisville that they've been down to 10 men. As another whistle here, the fans not happy, and as you mentioned earlier, the rain's starting to come down here, and you can see it on the screen. And we've got another booking here. Some fireworks early in this second half.
That's 3 bookings close together. The rain's coming down. The fans are really getting into it right now. The atmosphere is really getting turned up a little bit, and we'll see how that plays out. This has been a physical game. There's been a lot of collisions.
And there is Fondy. Fondy, yeah, he did get taken out there, kind of lost his balance.
Definitely reckless. I mean, he was late. He was nowhere near the ball.
And now Murad standing over it. As the ref now blowing the whistle, allowing play to resume. Murad now sends it over to West on the far side. West sends it in the box looking for Fondy. Unable to find him as McCabe races to get the rebound. McCabe, a nice move there, but dispossessed. And my goodness, this has been a physical second half of soccer early on.
Well, the Roughnecks are really trying to regain, you know, a sense of dominance here. They got dominated on possession in the first half, and they really want to turn the momentum around. They really want to get the game going in their direction, and physicality is one way to do that, and they're certainly putting all their cards into that right now.
As now Tulsa loses the ball here to Guzman. Rasmussen putting the moves on. And Louisville City just getting swarmed again, being down a man. Burke on the near side trying to find McCabe, and McCabe was trying to beat his men. And again, another player down on the field. As I believe that is Bond again, if I'm not mistaken. And he's slow to get up here, but he'll be able to walk this one off.
You can see the supporters section here for Louisville City is cheering as Adams walks past them, headed for the locker room.
Now Tulsa, opportunity here, but Louisville City defense again playing well. Now up to Fondy. Fondy at the midfield. He's got a man on. He's still somehow able to maintain possession, but ultimately loses it as his final touch was a little bit too far in front of him. Now Louisville City will get the ball back here. Shinoski switches fields to Burke. Burke, a nice little give and go with McCabe. Now Burke racing down the field. Burke just outside the box, but he's dispossessed. A nice play there by Miller. And that will go for the corner.
Corners from Kansas, sponsored by Carl Bubble.
As Louisville City will take the corner here, and that's McCabe to take it here on the near side. And again, you can see the rain coming down on the screen.
And his partner Charlie Adams not in the game anymore to line up on that corner kick.
And McCabe sends it into the box, was looking for Shinoski. The shot here, but that is just over. And beautiful attempt by Rasmussen there.
He's getting to those. He's getting good looks on those balls as they rebound and come out. He's waiting at the top of the box to capitalize on those chances. He just hasn't put them on target in the last couple chances.
Now Lubin here to take the goal kick. And Lubin will send this one deep downfield. It's anybody's ball right now, as I believe that will be Ochoa winning it for Tulsa. Now sending it into the box. Opportunity here. Diving header, but that one is just wide as Goodwin watches that one safely go by. Again, now here's that last opportunity by Rasmussen. A beautiful effort, but that one is just over the frame. Now Goodwin and Shinoski working on it. Tulsa applying pressure. Shinoski sends that one deep downfield, finds Fondy. Fondy having to put a move on to maintain possession. Guzman to Rasmussen. Again, the three of them working well. Now Burke. Burke again. He sends it up. Goalie asking for it. It's in the box now. Dangerous opportunity there for it's anybody's ball right now. But Fondy was racing into that ball. And that'll go in for another goal kick. Or excuse me, corner kick for Louisville City.
It looked like that was a great stop there from, I think that was Ben Brewster.
Yeah, and then Rasmussen there was the one sending it into the box. Was trying to find Fondy, but another beautiful defensive player. That was Bond sending that one safely out of bounds.
Yeah, Ben Brewster just taking up the space there, denying Fondy from getting a good foot on that. He put his foot right in front of it. That's a great play.
And now McCabe to take the corner. Sends it into the box, and Lubin punches that one out. And now the counter almost on for Tulsa. But that ball falls a little bit too far in front of him. Is now McCabe with the ball again on the far side, looking for Dakers in the box. Dakers settles, trying to get it back to Fondy, does. And Tulsa again able to clear it, but only to lose it out of bounds to Louisville City again. And now Louisville City down to 10 men. has had a lot of opportunities here recently.
Still coming up with really consistent possession. I mean, both teams are playing with a lot of intensity, especially in the last few minutes, but Louisville City is still coming up with it, still keeping steady possession here.
Now Goodwin working with Shinaski on the near side. Shinaski sends that one along the ground up to Fondy. Fondy only has one man to beat. Now just holds on to the ball. Again, getting pressured, now second man. Burke comes over to help him. Fondy and Burke, a give and go here. Burke sends it into the box, looking for him. Rasmussen falls to Dakers, but he loses control of it. And Tulsa doing an excellent job there of clearing that one. But it's not out of danger yet.
That was really nice, patient play from Fondy up there to hold it up, wait for Burke to come up and get that. They got a nice cross in. Kadeem just couldn't handle it there. He couldn't bring it down for the shot.
And they get a nice give and go there. As Burke, and an excellent chance for Dakers. As we're back in action, Dakers beats his man, nutmegs him, but it's cleared. As Dakers had a lovely series of moves there on the far side of the field. The cross goes in and it goes right to Lubin. Now that's Tulsa working with the ball. That's Price. Sends it into the box, but there will be a flag as that will be offsides. Again, you got to wonder if Louisville City's defense is able to hold being down a man with so much time left in the second half.
As we said, they've been in this situation for the fourth time this season. They're up 1-0 going into the half, looking for that 90-minute performance. Can they keep it up? Obviously, it's going to be an uphill battle, but right now they're still keeping steady possession. Honestly, with the way their players are everywhere at the moment, they don't look like they're down 10 men.
Now that ball falls to McCabe. He takes a shot, goes right into Fondy's legs, was trying to win it back. Now the counter's on for Tulsa. But again, Louisville City doing well to slow it up. And it looks like we'll have a substitution here for Tulsa.
Looks like that's Kid Mbwezi coming on here.
Oh, what a great name, Kid. I love that one. Now Kid will be coming on for number 7, Gibson Bardsley. Gibson Bardsley, again, had an excellent showing tonight. Now you got to wonder what the fresh legs are going to do here for Tulsa. Plus being up a man, and Fondy, again, working on the ball.
Well, they're throwing Kid Mbwezi up there up top. He's another forward. They've got 3 forwards on the field now, and they're really going to try and pressure this team. They're going to try to put everything up top. They're going to press high. They're going to go after Louisville City's 10 men, but so far, Louisville City, as I just said a few minutes ago, they don't look like they're down to 10 men. They're still coming up with those 50-50 balls.
Absolutely. As Louisville City again working on the far side. That's West looking for Fondy. A nice pick off there by Brewster. Brewster will clear that one all the way to Goodwin. Goodwin getting pressured, and he'll send that one out of bounds. Now 66 minutes through, Louisville City again down 10 men, but still up 1-0. That's now an opportunity here for Tulsa, but that one will go out of bounds for another goal kick. And it looks like the rain still coming down somewhat, so the field will be a little slippery. And again, if you missed at the beginning of the first half during the national anthem, Mother Nature opened up and it was hailing.
And there was some concern that there might be some severe weather tonight, and it looks like it came and went. It's turned into a nice night. Obviously, a little on the cool side, but the fans are certainly enjoying themselves.
Now this is Kidd on the ball, and he'll lose this one to Rasmussen. As Louisville City looking to reset, but they're getting pressured here. Burke beats Kidd. Now down on the near side. He gets it to Dakers. Dakers looking for believe that was Morad streaking down the, excuse me,
He sent
McCabe.
that up for Niall McCabe, yeah, but McCabe just couldn't get there. It was a little too close to Lubin.
It was the right idea, but just a little bit too far in front of him. Now Tulsa trying to methodically work the ball here. They'll lose this one out of bounds. It'll be a throw into Louisville City. Again, Louisville City working in their own half of the field. Shanowski sending it downfield, was looking for Fondy. Fondy will chase it, but that will go safely into Lubin's feet, and he sends it right back downfield. Again, Tulsa losing it here, and it'll be another throw in for Louisville City. And now Louisville City again up to 17 shots on the game. That's absolutely incredible. To Tulsa's 5. Nike is a proud partner of the USL. Follow at Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. As Tulsa was trying to work the ball there, as Dakers wins it. Gets it up to McCabe. McCabe, a nice back heel to Dakers. Dakers racing down the field. He's got the speed to beat his man. Sends it in the box, looking for a slashing Fondy on the far side. As Fondy is just unable to get it. And that'll go out for a goal kick, but a beautiful attempt there.
A really nice run. Fondy was out ahead of the defense there and really could have gotten his foot on it, but it was just a little bit too far.
And a nice heads-up play there by Dakers as he looked over and saw Fondy calling for it, but just outside his reach. And Fondy wanting to get a second one.
The speed of those guys is so dangerous on that counterattack. And you were just saying 17 shots to 5. I can't say it enough. Those 50-50 balls, Louisville City is coming up with them.
And now Kidd with the ball just outside the box. Tulsa going to kind of have to reset here. Now he sends it to the far side, sends it in. Goodwin gets a hand on it, I believe. But the ref will give the award a goal kick here, as it looked like it took a deflection off Goodwin. But again, from this angle, pretty far away.
Yeah, it looked like.
As now we'll get another look at that one here. And then the cross comes in. Goodwin reaches for it, but he just does pull his hands away at the last second. Now Fondy and Rasmussen here working together. Fondy on the ball on the near side. They'll lose it here. As again, Louisville City down to 10 men. Rasmussen wins, or excuse me, McCabe wins it. Nice little give and go with Fondy. McCabe trying to find Dakers inside the box. The man falls down. Dakers puts a move on. He's got one man to beat here. He cuts back into the middle, but loses as he was trying to find Fondy or a slashing McCabe on the far post.
You know, Ryan Price went down there and gave Kadeem a little bit of space to work with, but he recovered nicely. He got up, he got in the way of Kadeem, and Louisville City just was a little bit late in arriving to give Kadeem something to hit.
Now Cordero and Ochoa working together. The cross comes in on the far side, but the flag is up. And that will be a throw-in, I believe, for Tulsa.
Might have been whistled for a handball there, actually.
Yeah, not sure. Okay, it was some kind of infraction there.
I think it caught Guzman's hand as it went in there.
And we've got a substitution here for Tulsa. Get you that name and number in just a minute. And it looks like Louisville City will also be making a change, as I believe that's Pollock standing at the end line. And that's number 26 coming in. Laurie coming in for Tulsa. And the free kick was taken off. A little distracted looking down, but Louisville City doing nicely to clear it. Tulsa again working in the backfield. Brewster sending it over to Price. As it looks like there's another guy lining up for Tulsa, as I believe Tulsa is going to use this opportunity to try and wear out the 10-man Louisville City team right now.
Yeah, in that last substitution, looks like they brought on Andy Lorai and brought out Lucas Cordero. Trying to refresh those forwards, trying to get a little bit more life up there to see if they can create some more chances.
Well, fresh legs right now could be dangerous for Louisville City, as, again, they are down 10 men. A little body contact there, and there's the whistle. Louisville City will be called for the foul here. Again, here's a substitution. That's Portugal, not the country, the man, Portugal, coming in.
I think that's a band too, Portugal the Man.
Portugal the Man's a band?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's perfect. And Louisville City will also be looking to make a change here at the next opportunity, as Pollock is waiting to come on. I believe Pollock's going to be replacing
Kadeem Dakers, yep.
Dakers. And Dakers was giving it his all tonight. And that'll be, again, Portugal the Man, not the band. And he'll be replacing, if I'm not mistaken, I believe number 8. If I saw that right, that's Bond. Now Tulsa again with the free kick here, sends it into the box. Louisville City clears it, but it's not out of danger yet. Again, that ball falling up in the air. It's not out of, somehow Goodwin gets his hands on it. The flag was up, but the ref will let the play on as the advantage goes to Louisville City. That's West working on the far side of the field, was looking for Fondy. That ball will go out of bounds. Be a Tulsa throw in here.
On that last attack, I'd like to see Ben Brewster be a little more patient with that, to wait for something better, to put a better ball into the box. He just sort of popped that up to where anybody could get to it, and nobody came down with it.
Again, if you're just joining us, we're in the 74th minute here, as Louisville City again down to 10 men, but is still leading this game 1-0. They're dominating the shot column 17-5 tonight. As now Pollock with his first touch of the night, working with Guzman to Rasmussen, and Tulsa applying pressure to some of those fresh legs. You got to wonder if that's going to cause some problems for Louisville City. Burke.
Well, Pollock here's a forward, and they brought him on for Kadeem, who, may have been getting tired, but they want to keep that fresh. It looks like, James O'Connor wants to keep pressing. I don't think he wants to settle for just holding on to a goal here. I think he wants to push for a little bit more space.
And Pollock sends it over to Guzman. Guzman just outside the box. Now sends it over to, I believe that's Burke on the near side. And that one will go out of bounds. Louisville City wins the throw in. Again on the near side. Burke sends it into the box. This ball bouncing back to Rasmussen.
Rasmussen is always there to collect those rebounds. He's always waiting just outside the box.
Now, of course, Rasmussen scored the first goal in Louisville City history in that opening game against St. Louis.
He ran down a long ball and slotted one past St. Louis's keeper, and it was a great way to start the season.
And again, it looks like we got another substitution here for Tulsa, as that's Bell coming on, and he will replace, if I'm not mistaken, number 23, Galbraith Knopp. His night is done. Again, a lot of substitutions here for Tulsa, looking to put a lot of fresh legs in. Now Louisville City with an opportunity here. Rasmussen sends it over to Fondy. Fondy over to Guzman. Now Burke on the near side. Burke and Guzman working on it. And they'll kind of reset here as they send it all the way back to Shinoski. And that'll go all the way back to Goodwin. Now Tulsa gets the ball back here. Only to lose it to Louisville City. That falls to McCabe. McCabe and Burke working together. Burke. And again, another substitution here for Tulsa.
They're throwing everything but the kitchen sink in here, trying to inject some life into the squad.
Maybe they're throwing their own hail into the pitch. as that's Adam Black coming on. I believe he's replacing number 13, Stephen Miller, and Stephen Miller played well tonight. He gave a lot of quality minutes for Tulsa. Oh, now Pollock just on the pitcher's mound, now inside the box. A little miscommunication there as McCabe was coming to the near side and he sent that wide. But McCabe still holds on to the ball. McCabe now loses it.
And here Ladavrin just slipping there as the ball went over his head, giving McCabe a little bit of space to work with. And it looks like, you know, David Irving has been putting in a lot of fresh legs, but it doesn't look like they've changed formation at all. They're still going with the two strikers. It doesn't look like they're pushing anybody else forward.
And now McCabe takes the corner, sends it into the box just over Fondy's head. And now Tulsa was trying to get the counter going, but Rasmussen does really well to win it for Louisville City. Now McCabe again sends the ball into the box. Well, tried to, took a deflection. And I believe that's Kidd sending it upfield for Tulsa. Now the counter's on. Louisville City trying to slow it down. Again, a nice combination play there. He was looking for Kidd, I believe. Somehow, Tulsa still maintaining the ball as it takes a lot of wild passes. Now again, Tulsa applying pressure here. As we're in the 79th minute, they're still down a goal. They're looking for something to get a chance here to equalize it, to pick up a point. And the attendance tonight is just south of 5,000. It's 4,977, or excuse me, 4,977 on a really kind of questionable weather night. Again, we opened up with hail, but the fans are coming out tonight and supporting the team.
And that's just about the same that showed up to the Rochester game on a Thursday night when there was, thunderstorms. So you wonder if they had, had a little bit better weather, if a lot more people would have turned out.
Now, Tulsa had an opportunity there, but they were unable to get any kind of shot off. As Louisville City does well to send it upfield. Now Fondy working with McCabe. McCabe will play it off his man. Will go out to Burke for a throw-in. Again, Burke assisted on that lone goal for Louisville City. Matt Fondy, his first goal of the season. And he's playing with a yellow card right now, so he'll have to be careful, because if Louisville City goes down to 9, things could get really interesting.
Yeah, Louisville City has struggled with injuries this season, especially losing Guy Abend in that tackle against Richmond.
Oh, now opportunity here for Pollock. Pollock sends it in to Rasmussen. Rasmussen putting the moves on, takes the shot. He was off balance, and so was the ball, as that one goes wide. Again, Louisville City attacking the goal almost at will. Again, you can see there on the replay here, Rasmussen kind of falling a little off balance as he was transitioning from the artificial surface to the real grass. Again, with the conditions tonight, it's probably a little slick. Now Tulsa with an opportunity here. Kidd on the near side. Burke applying pressure. That will go out to Tulsa for a throw-in. Now Kidd is a giant man. He's not actually a little kid. And now the ball into the box. And that'll be headed out of bounds, as Louisville City will get the goal kick here. As that was Andy Laurie, the substitute, trying to get that one on frame. Now that's a good one. Sending it downfield. Tulsa wins it here. That's Kidd on the ball. Kidd getting triple teamed here as Burke touches that one out of bounds.
Yeah, Kidd Mbwezi just taking on too many people down there. Louisville City's back line has been way too strong for that.
Now Portugal the man. Just switching fields here. Tulsa, that is. Just outside the box here. A little flick there. Takes a deflection as Pollock gets it. But he's dispossessed almost immediately. A nice move on the far side there. A nice little bender there. Was looking for Kidd going to the far post. Excuse me, near post. But Goodwin came off his line to snag that one out of the air. Now West on the far side was getting pressured. That ball got a little bit too far in front of Pollock. As that's Brewster doing well to win that one. Again, this has been an exciting second half of soccer. No goals yet, but a lot of fireworks early on the half as Adams got that red card, straight red. And now Tulsa here, opportunity. Goodwin chases after it, punches out. It's not out of danger yet. As Tulsa here kind of resetting. Now they send it into the box. That ball bounces around, the shot, and Goodwin with a nice reflex save there. As that ball bounces out, Louisville City able to clear it.
Goodwin did a great job to keep that out. That ball was bouncing around. It was floating. Roughnecks putting a lot of pressure on right now.
And again, another opportunity here, a shot, and Goodwin does well to save it here. As Goodwin facing a myriad of shots over the last couple of minutes here. Again, we'll get another look at that one. Again, that falls back, and a nice save there as he was in good position. Goodwin doing everything he can to not let that equalizer in. As you mentioned earlier, O'Connor, Coach O'Connor wanting Louisville City to get that 3 points instead of getting only that 1 point from the draw. Fondy, nice move there. Gets it to Pollock. Pollock over to Rasmussen, who switches fields to Burke. Burke stretches out, and he slips and loses the ball here. And that's Rasmussen slowing things up for Tulsa.
Yeah, Tulsa's really running out of time here, and you can see it in the way they're playing. They're really pushing up the pitch. They're picking up the pace. They're taking a lot of chances.
As Tulsa now working in the final third of the field. And Louisville City packing it in defensively. They want to come away with the 3 points here tonight. He sends it into the box. Goodwin coming off his line, punches it out, and does nicely to get that out of danger as Rasmussen was trying to get the counter going.
Yeah, Goodwin did a great job to come off his line there a little bit and punch that clear. He got his hand just over the Tulsa head there.
And now Tulsa will lose it here as Goodwin will safely take that into his hands. Look for a little gamesmanship here as Louisville City looking to get to the 90th minute. Pollock gets that ball at midfield off the Goodwin punt. Nice little dummy there to Burke. Burke on the far side, excuse me, near side. Was looking for McCabe, finds him, McCabe. Now in the corner. Nice little flick on there, but he'll turn it over. Tulsa again looking to reset here. Again, we're in the 86th minute here. And Louisville City still up 1-0 here as Matt Fondy was just voted by the fans as the man of the match, getting his first goal of the season again with a beautiful cross from Burke and an even better header to beat the keeper. And there's a whistle there. And I believe there's a Louisville City player down. That looks like Burke. He's holding his shin right there. Hopefully he's able to walk away from this one, as Louisville City cannot lose another player to injury, as they're already at a small bench as it is.
Yeah, that was a clattering tackle there, but 87th minute, anybody's going to be slow to get up.
Goodwin to take the free kick. Sends it deep downfield. Was looking for McCabe. Tulsa will send that one out of bounds. And O'Connor giving some last-minute instructions for Elijah Illick as he'll be set to check in at the next dead ball. Now Burke will have the throw in here. Again, Elijah Illick coming onto the field, I believe. And he'll be replacing Niall McCabe. And Illick will get his first action of the night. He touches the ball early. Now Kidd with the ball for Tulsa at the midfield. Again in the 88th minute here, Louisville City still up 1-0. As Tulsa looking to get an equalizer here. Now on the far side, he sends that ball into the box. The header, but goes right into Goodwin's hands as he was in the right place at the exact right time.
That's a good look. That's what Tulsa wants. They're putting a lot of pressure on. They don't have much time left, and they sent a nice through ball up there to the wing and you know, put a good chance on goal, but just Goodwin's been incredible tonight.
Now Louisville City with the ball here. And there's a whistle there. I believe that was Guzman drawing the foul.
Yeah, it just got clipped there as he cut the ball back.
He sends it over to Rasmussen. Now the opportunity here. Nice little moves here inside the box. That's Illick, the substitute. Sends it out to Burke. Burke sends it into the box and Fondy off the post. It's not out of danger yet. Pollock, and that's an own goal. Louisville City will notch the second one as that was Pollock. And I believe they'll take the deflection. I don't know if that's an own goal or if Pollock will get credit for that one.
Came off Ryan Price. That ball was definitely headed out of bounds, but Ryan Price went to try to clear it, went off his boot wrong.
And that is an unfortunate for Tulsa, but Louisville City now almost guaranteed to come away with 3 points. As you can see, the clouds, the smoke there by the fans, and then again Fondy off the crossbar, and it's Pollock, and it definitely does take that deflection off Price.
Yeah, it looks like it came off Price's shin there. He just kind of tried to reaction, flick it out of danger, couldn't connect.
And there's the smoke bombs there in the stands. The Coopers very happy to see that one.
And they are loving those smoke bombs. That was something that people noticed early on. First couple games, people said, wow, that purple smoke's cool.
Now Burke racing down the near side of the field. That ball will go out of bounds. We're now in the 90th minute here. Be curious to see how much stoppage time we'll have. As now Kidd racing down the field, he'll slip. And Rasmussen will win it here. Louisville City can afford to just play keep away now. And again, they got that second goal, being down a man for almost the entire second half. As I believe we've got about 3 minutes of stoppage time added.
You know, I said it several times, but, you know, throughout that second half when they were down a man, they didn't really look like it. They were still winning possession in the midfield. They were still holding possession at the back line. They were still working the ball up to the front of the field. And, you know, honestly, they put in a dominant performance, and they've kept it up, even being down to 10 men.
It's now Louisville City on the near side of the field. Illick trying to win it here. Will kick it off his man. And we're going to go ahead and get another look at that goal here as Fondy again off the crossbar. Bounces back into possession, and Pollock takes the shot and goes right off Price into the back of the net. And the facial expression of his teammates says it all. That's just unfortunate for Price there.
Well, you know, it was just a bit unlucky of Fondy to put that right on the woodwork, and it was just a bit lucky of Pollock to get that deflection and into the goal.
Now Burke here in Louisville City. Rasmussen wins it. Gets it to Fondy. Fondy will just send it deep downfield. Looks like he was maybe trying to even put that on frame as Lubin was way off his line.
Yeah, I don't know if he was going for the Roro Lopez, you know, midfield strike there like we saw, you know, out of Sacramento Republic a couple weeks ago.
Yes, now we're in the 92nd minute. We've probably got about a minute of play left. It'll take an absolute miracle for Tulsa to even get this one as a draw.
Yeah, as desperate as they may have looked a couple minutes ago, you know, they're moving even faster. They're throwing even more people into the box.
Again now, opportunity here for Tulsa. And he'll lose that one out of bounds. And that will end up being a Louisville City throw-in.
And Burke's just going to saunter on over to the sideline here and, you know, bleed a little time off that clock.
And there is the final whistle. No, excuse me, just a whistle from the crowd. Game still on here for only a matter of moments, I would assume. And Louisville City clears it here. Tulsa with the throw-in. They send it into the box. That one's racing out of bounds. A nice little back heel. And the ball boy taking the tackle there. A real man as he took that, stands up.
Sammy Ochoa just ran him over. He looked like he took it well, though. He's ready. He's training. I think he's probably a soccer player there.
That kid's a champ right there, let me tell you. If Ochoa had taken me out, I'd still be on the ground. I would be requiring medical service. And there is the final whistle as Louisville City will win this one 2-0. Goals coming in the first half from Matt Fondy, and then that deflection from Pollock's shot late in the second half, ensuring Louisville City's victory. And they did just exactly what James O'Connor wanted, and are coming away with 3 points. That ends their series of 3 straight draws.
Yeah, James O'Connor said this week, we want the 90-minute performance, and that was as much of a 90-minute performance as you can put in. There was intensity from the first whistle to the last whistle, and as I said it, even when they were down to 10 men, they were still fighting. They were still pushing forward. It never really looked like it.
Well, Dalton, it was fun tonight. Again, that's on behalf of our production team, Tourbor Sports Group, and all of those at Louisville City. For Dalton, Maine, I'm Jim Womble. Once again, the final score from Louisville Slugger Field is 2-0. So long from Louisville.